Understood how simple things could be. I never took the time to turn and walk away. And now lives are changing just a little too much, and hearts are racing to a place called home. I never promised you a meaningful today. I never held on to the games that you would play. And now lives are changing just a little too much, and hearts are racing to a place called home. Understanding in a different way. Now we notice we're at a means for a change. Sad disaster headed our way. Now we notice we're at a means for a change. I never trusted, never cared for